Very good morning, students. Today we are going to discussing about the inner ear and mechanism of the ear. Mechanism of the ear. Today we are going to discussing about inner ear. Today we are going to discussing about inner ear. Going to discussing about inner ear. The inner ear mainly consists of two important parts. The first important part is known as cochlea. The second important part, semicircular canals. The cochlea and semicircular canals, the outer part it is made up of bony labyrinth, the inner part it is made up of membranous labyrinth. The bony labyrinth and membrane labyrinth is present in the cochlea as well as semicircular canals. The cochlea it is helpful for the hearing process. The second one, semicircular canals, it is helpful for the to maintain the balance and equilibrium of the body. Coming to the first one, inner ear. The representation of the inner ear. See here, representation of the inner ear. The first one, external ear. The next one, external ear, pinna. The pinna is open into the external auditory meatus. The external auditory meatus open into the tympanic membrane. The tympanic membrane again consists of three bones: malleus, incus, stapes. 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 Three bones. It is open into the oval window. Is open into the round window. Again, the round window. Eustachian tube. Again, cochlea. Three semicircular canals. Also, vestibular neurons, it is a cochlear neurons. Eustachian tube, pinna, external auditory meatus, middle ear and inner ear. If you observe the inner ear, what is the part? Cochlear part. The transfer section of this part. Transfer section of this cochlear part. If you observe the cochlear part, see cochlear part, this one transfer section. Come to this transfer section. See here. The transfer section of cochlear part. Transfer section of cochlear part. The transfer section of the cochlear part. It is outer part. It is made up of bony labyrinth. The inner part it is made up of membranous labyrinth. Is the oval window. It is the round window. It is openings. Round window. See here. Oval window, round window. Transfer section of this. Transfer section of cochlear part. It is indicate oval window. It is indicate round window. It is participate into the hearing process. See here. It is indicate scala vestibule. Scala vestibule is indicate scala media. Scala media. So indicate scala tympani. Scala tympani. This cochlear part divided into three main parts: scala vestibule, scala media, scala tympani. It is an oval window, or also known as a rota. It is also known as a round windows. It is an oval window. Okay, it is also indicate round window. Round window. Come to here. Scala vestibule. It is the bony labyrinth. It is a membrane labyrinth part. See here. Membranous part. Membranous part. Bony part. This bony part. Scala vestibule is filled with perilymph. It is filled with perilymph. It is filled with endolymph. Endolymph. Scala media filled with endolymph. Scala vestibule filled with perilymph. Scala tympani filled with perilymph. Perilymph. Scala vestibule and scala tympani. Scala vestibule open into the scala tympani. One small opening. This opening, it is known as a helicotrema. 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 Helicotrema means the small opening located between the scala vestibule and scala tympani. Coming to the scala media. The first one, coming to the scala vestibule, is consists of what is a fluid. What is a fluid? This entire perilymph is also filled with perilymph. Is also filled with perilymph. It is indicate scala vestibule. This endolymph, it is filled with endolymph. Is filled with endolymph. Is filled with endolymph. Coming to the next one. Scala vestibule. The scala vestibule consists of one important membrane is known as a Reisiner's membrane. What is the membrane? Reisiner's membrane. Reisiner's membrane. Reisiner's membrane. What is a membrane? Reisiner's membrane. Here, the scala media, the base of the scala media, it is consists of basilar's membrane. The basilar's membrane. Basilar's membrane. The base of the scala media, it is consists of basilar's membrane. The basilar's membrane, the small ridges are located. See here, the small ridges are present. The small ridges are present. The small ridges are, the small sensory ridges. The small sensory ridges are, the small sensory, it means basal cells present in the basilar's membrane. These ridges consist of cells. These ridges consist of cells. These ridges consist of cells. These ridges consist of sensory cells. This sensory cell, tip of the sensory cell, consists of hair cells. Tip of the sensory cell consists of hair cells. This hair cells are nothing but stereocilia cells. These are the stereocilia cells. Stereocilia cells. Stereocilia cells. These stereocilia cells, the base of the stereocilia cells consists of sensory neurons. Sensory nerves or neurons. It is connected to the brain. This each cell is this membrane. The tectorial membrane contact with the tip of the hair cells. Tectorial membrane. Tectorial membrane. The center is scala endolymph. Scala media filled with Scala media filled with endolymph. Filled with endolymph, pictorial membrane. How the sound waves pass into the outer ear to inner ear, how the hearing mechanism takes place. How the hearing mechanism takes place. Coming to the pathway of the hearing mechanism. The pathway of the hearing mechanism. See here, the sound waves to receive penna. This sound impulse travel to the tympanic membrane. They travel to the external auditory meatus. The external auditory meatus to they will pass into the sound impulse will pass into the tympanic membrane. Tympanic membrane to the malleus, incus, stapes. Stapes to the oval window. Oval window to they pass into the oval window to the scala vestibule. The scala vestibule consists of resonance membrane, the vibration of the resonance membrane. This impulsor pass into the scala media. The scala media consists of basilis membrane. The basilis membrane move upward. Whenever the basilis membrane move upward, it is consists of sensory hair cells. This sensory hair cells strike out to the tectorial membrane. It is consists of the tectorial membrane, the strike out to the continuously strike out to the sensory cells. This sensory cell consists of sensory neurons. The sensory impulse pass into the brain. It is happening to the hearing. It is happening to the hearing mechanism. What is the mechanism of the hearing process? What is the mechanism of what is the pathway of the hearing mechanism? What is the pathway of the hearing mechanism? What is the pathway of the mechanism of the hearing? What is the pathway of the mechanism of hearing? Mechanism of hearing. Mechanism of hearing process. First, the sound impulse. It receives the penna. Sound impulse. To receive penna. What is the main function of the penna? It receives the sound waves. This impulse pass and travel through the external auditory meatus. The impulse means sound impulse travel through the external auditory canal. The sound will pass into the external auditory canals. Next one, this external auditory canals, the vibration of the sound impulse, vibration of the tympanic membrane. This vibration leads into the sound impulse. It leads into the sound impulse goes into the strike out continuously. Okay, vibration to the tympanic membrane. Vibrations of the tympanic membrane. Tympanic membrane or eardrum. The continuously, whenever the sound impulse pass into the strike out to the tympanic membrane, the vibrations of this sound impulse, these sound waves pass into the tympanic membrane or eardrum, pass into the malleus, incus, stapes. Pass into the ear ossicles. The sound waves are passing to the tympanic membrane to the malleus, incus, stapes. These are the amplifications of the sound. The sound waves are passing to malleus, incus, stapes. After the stapes connected to the oval window. It is connected to the oval window. The stapes is open into the oval window. The sound impulse again pass into the oval window. The sound impulse pass into the oval window through the stapes. The stapes is connected to the oval window. The sound impulse pass into the oval window. Oval window open into the scala vestibule. Is open into the scala vestibule. The scala vestibule consists of perilymph. The scala vestibule consists of perilymph. Okay, the perilymph, the all sound waves. See here, once this oval window, the sound waves are passed into the scala vestibulae, it is consist of perilymph. All sound waves like a movement. Okay, movement. The continuously the sound impulsor passes or movement. This sound impulsor pass into the whenever the sound impulsor pass into this membrane, the vibrations of the resonance membrane. Resonance membrane. Resonance membrane. Resonance membrane. The impulsor pass into the scala media. Scala media. The impulsor pass into the scala media. The scala media consists of basilar's membrane. Basilar's membrane. The basilar's membrane means upward movement of the basilar's membrane. Upward movement of the basilar's membrane. Upward movement of the basilar's membrane. Whenever the upward movement of the basilar's membrane, the sensory hairs, that is the stereocilia cells, strike out to the tectorial membrane. Stereocilia cells strike out to the tectorial membrane. Whenever these hair cells continuously strike out to the tectorial membrane, this basis consists of sensory nerve cells. These sensory nerve cells send message to they will generate action potential. They will generate action potential. The action potential they will send into the sensory neurons. The sensory neurons, they will send into the sensory information to the brain. Sensory nerves pass into the brain, then to the hearing mechanism. Analyze the hearing process. Sound impulse pass into the penna to the travel to the auditory canals. Next one, vibration of the tympanic membrane. Next one, the impulsor pass to the malleus and stapes to the vowel window to the impulsor. They will continuously the impulsor is like oceans. Their movement like an impulse. This impulsor pass into the scala media. The scala media can stop basilar's membrane. The basilar's membrane can strike out to the tectorial membrane. The base of this basilar's membrane, basal membrane, a scala media consists of sensory neurons. The information pass into the sound waves are converted into the nerve impulse. This impulse pass into the brain. The brain is analyzed hearing process. This entire part is nothing but organ of corti or cochlear. It is nothing but they are helpful for the hearing mechanism. They are helpful for the hearing mechanism. It is the main important part of they participate into the hearing process. It is the first part of the inner ear is known as the cochlear part. The cochlear part is participated to the hearing process. What is the second important part? What is the second important part? That is semicircular canals. What is the first part? Cochlear. Second part, semicircular canals. How many? Three semicircular canals. If you observe the cochlear part and semicircular canals. See here. Oval window, round window. Please indicate cochlear part. Semicircular canals. Three semicircular canals. How many canals? Three semicircular canals. Three semicircular canals are present in the inner ear. Okay. These three semicircular canals, if you observe the semicircular canal spots, the semicircular canals. See here, if you observe the semicircular canals, semicircular canals, semicircular canals. See here, semicircular canals, semicircular canals. This indicate cochlear part. It is indicate cochlear part. The semicircular canals. See here, semicircular canals, semicircular canals, semicircular canals. Semicircular canals are present. Three semicircular canals. The first part of the semicircular canal, it is indicate the first part of the utriculae. Utriculae. The first part of the semicircular, that is a utriculae. Coming to the next one. After the utriculae, socula. Socula. Utriculae, socula. This socula, it is connected to the cochlea. Which part is connected to the cochlea? Socula. Come to the next one. This entire part, utriculae, socula, the semicircular canals, outer part is consist of bony labyrinth. Inner part is consist of membranous labyrinth. Membranous labyrinth. See here. Membranous labyrinth. It is a bony labyrinth. Bony labyrinth. Bony labyrinth is indicate membranous labyrinth. Membranous labyrinth. This bony labyrinth, it is consist of perilymph. 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 This one. Bony part. Perilymph. This membranous part. Membranous part. Endolymph. Endolymph. It is filled with endolymph. Outer part, bony part. Inner part, membranous part. Inner part, membranous part. It is the bony part. Bony part. Bony part. It is indicated membranous part. Bony part is filled with. Bony part is filled with perilymph. Inner part is filled with endolymph. Inner part is filled with endolymph. Inner part is filled with endolymph. It is the small bulges like the end of the semicircular canals. That indicate semicircular canals. These three circular canals are arranged in the 90 degree manner. The perpendicular they are arranged. Three semicircular canals they are arranged in a perpendicular manner. Outer part is made up of bony labyrinth. Inner part is made up of membranous labyrinth. Outer bony part is filled with this semicircular canals. Outer part bony part is filled with the perilymph. The membrane part is filled with endolymph. Okay, membrane part is filled with endolymph. This first part, utriculae. Second part is soculae. Second part, soculae. Okay, coming to the inner parts, the anatomy of the inner parts. Coming to this one, transverse section of this both. Transverse section of the utriculae and socula. The transverse section of this ampulla part. This bulging part is known as a ampulla. You know, ampulla. The transverse section of the utriculae and socula, the transverse section of the ampulla part, if you observe these transverse sections, the inner side, they consist of sensory cells. These sensory cells are helpful for the balance and equilibrium of the body. Balance and equilibrium of the body. What is the sensory cell? The transverse section of the utriculae, socula and ampullary part. The transverse section of the utriculae and socula, the transverse section of the utriculae and socula. The transverse section of utriculae and socula ampulla, these are all the category of semicircular canals. See here, the transverse section of the utriculae and socula. Okay, it is a utriculae, it is indicated socula, it is indicated socula. Transverse section of the utriculae and socula, if you observe transverse section it is consist of macula sensory cells. What is the cells? Receptor cells, macula receptors present. Ventriculae, the transverse section, ventricular and circular, it is consist of macula receptor cells. The transverse section of the ampullary part. The transverse section of this ampullary part. Transverse section of the ampulla. Transverse section of the semicircular ampulla is consists of cresta receptors. Cresta receptor cells. Cresta receptor cells. It is a macula receptor cells. Receptor cells. How these receptor cells are exist? See here. The macular cells. The macular cells. It is a basal cells. Basal cells. The basal cells consist of sensory aid cells. The basal cells consist of sensory aid cells. Basal cells. The basal cells consist of sensory aid cells. Sensory aid cells. The base of the sensory aid cells. The base of the sensory aid cells is consist of sensory neurons. Sensory neurons. Sensory neurons. These basal cells, it is filled with. These basal cells are filled with the jelly-like material. It is known as a mutolytic membrane. What is a membrane? Mutolytic membrane. Mutolytic membrane. Mutolytic membrane. These basal cells contact with the mutolytic membrane. This mutolytic membrane again consists of mutoconia. Mutoconia. This mutoconia is nothing but calcium carbonate cells. Calcium carbonate cells. These are present in the inside the ventricle and circular. The transverse section of the ampulla, the cresta receptors. How they will exist? See, cresta receptors. It is a basal cells. Basal cells. Okay. Basal cells and sensory aid cells. Nothing but the base consists of sensory nerves. This entire indicated sensory nerves consists of the jelly-like material. But here, mutolytic and calcium carbonates are absent. Nothing but cupula. What is the name? Cupula, jelly-like material. Jelly-like material. This sensory nerve cell, this sensory nerves. Both nerve cells, this sensory and this sensory nerve cells, indicate vestibular nerves. Vestibular nerves. These vestibular nerves are contact to the brain. They maintain the balance and equilibrium of the body. Balance and equilibrium of the body. Equilibrium of the body. Equilibrium of the body. The main function of the macula. The main function of the macula means circular. They help for the linear movements, forward movements. They help for the linear movement means static movement. Means linear movements. The cresta is helpful for the rotation of the head. Forward movement of the head. Okay. Forward and backward movement of the cresta. They are helpful for the dynamic movements. Dynamic movements. Rotation of the head. Rotation of the head. Forward movement or rotation of the head. But the rotation of the head it is helpful for the perilymph, endolimbs. These all are contact with the sensory aid cells. Whenever these aid cells contact with means the sensory neurons, they will send message to the brain. These two receptors they will help for to maintain the balance and equilibrium of the body. They will send message to the sensory receptor cells. Okay, the cochlear part is helpful for it is helpful for the hearing process. Thank you very much.